Romans 9:4. To Israel belongs the promises. Paul never promoted replacement theology. Paul never promoted dispensationalism. Instead, here in Romans 9, he tells us that the gospel belongs to Israel. Romans 9, verse 3 and 4. For I could wish that I myself were accursed from Messiah for my brethren, my countrymen according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertain the adoption, the glory, the covenants, the giving of the law, the services of Elohim, and the promises. In Romans 9:4, Paul highlights unique blessings and privileges that Yahweh gave to Israel, his chosen people. 1. The adoption. 2. The glory. 3. The covenants. 4. The law. 5. The service of Elohim. And 6. The promises. Let's go over each of these privileges and prove that salvation was given to Israel, and thus today, in Messiah Yeshua, we are Israel. Let's take a look. First off, we have the adoption. When Paul refers to the adoption of Israel, not a Roman Gentile church, he's highlighting their current status as Yahweh's chosen people, whom Yahweh adopted as his firstborn son in an everlasting covenantal relationship. Exodus 4:22. Then you shall say to Pharaoh, thus says Yahweh, Israel is my son, my firstborn. Next, we have the glory. When Paul mentions the glory, he's referring to the manifestation of Yahweh's presence throughout Israel's history. Exodus 13, verse 21. And Yahweh went before them by day in a pillar of cloud to lead the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light, so as to go by day and night. This also refers to the tabernacle and temple. Exodus 40, verse 34. Then the cloud covered the tabernacle of meeting, and the glory of Yahweh filled the tabernacle. Third is the covenants. The Abrahamic covenant of becoming a great nation, known as Israel. Genesis 12:2. I will make you a great nation. I will bless you and make your name great, and you shall be a blessing. The Mosaic covenant, which establishes this nation, Israel, as a kingdom of priests and a holy nation, and a light to the world. Exodus 19, verse 6. And you shall be to me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. These are the words which you shall speak to the children of Israel. The Davidic covenant, a promise of an eternal king for Israel. 2 Samuel 7:13. He shall build a house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. And yes, even the new covenant belongs to Israel, and Israel alone. Jeremiah 31:31. Behold, the days are coming, says Yahweh, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Fourth on the list is the law. Paul was referring to the Torah, the Mosaic law, the divine instructions given by Yahweh to Israel, providing guidance for living as his holy, chosen people. Exodus 19, verse 5 and 6. Now therefore, if you will indeed obey my voice, obey Torah, and keep my covenant, then you shall be a special treasure to me above all people, for all the earth is mine. Fifth is the service of Yahweh Elohim. This phrase specifically highlights the priesthood and the sacrificial system that was central to Israel's worship, starting with keeping the Moedim, the appointed times found in Leviticus 23, and later the services were done in the temple in Jerusalem, built by King Solomon. 1 Kings 6, verse 11 and 12. Then the word of Yahweh came to Solomon, saying, Concerning this temple which you are building, if you walk in my statutes, execute my judgments, keep all my commandments, and walk in them, then I will perform my word with you, which I spoke to your father David. And finally, the promises. The promises in Romans 9:4 refer to the numerous divine assurances made to the patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and to the nation, Israel, including blessings, land, kingship, the coming Messiah, and the new covenant. That Yahweh will not leave them nor forsake them. These promises highlight Yahweh's faithfulness to his word. Deuteronomy 31, verse 6. For Yahweh your Elohim, he is the one who goes with you. He will not leave you nor forsake you. Replacement theology and dispensationalism contradicts all these promises. I hope this breakdown of Romans 9:4 was helpful. You can't have the gospel without Israel, the law, and much more. Let us turn away from replacement theology and dispensationalism. Share your thoughts below and please subscribe. Thank you, and shalom.